The midnight chime is faded, yet the night endures. Restless hearts long for an understanding that should be ours.
Uh-huh.
In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival. This should be the place Capello mentioned in his invitation.
With this invitation, I wish to personally thank you for all you have done for the Montelli family, and to amend the slight misstep in your reception. I hope this gesture will help to mend any
So proper.
misunderstandings and strengthen our alliance.
Like, he didn't have to do that.
In the name of the Montellis, I shall honor my allies as I do my own kin and blood. In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival. Yours sincerely, Capello Montelli.
I knew it. Another invitation. That's kind of their signature, huh? But this wasn't Carlotta. Who's this Capello guy?
He's the uncle Carlotta told us about.
Oh, yeah. The big boss of the vault and all that jazz. Guess it won't hurt swinging by Carlotta's family. They do owe us a big one. I bet he's got something good planned. A pile of money. Maybe a mega feast. Ugh. I've been feeling pretty weird lately. My head's all wobbly. I might not be able to show right when you need me.
You're good, Abby. Just get some rest. I can manage.
Okay, you've got this. If anything happens, just smash your way through. Anyway, I'll leave this to you then. Oh, but hey, if you ever need my help, just give me a shout, okay?
Locate me so precisely and deliver the invitation right into my hands. This Capello Montelli knows what he's doing.
I do appreciate that Abby is much more sparse than Paimon is. It's like they have a lot more confidence in us as players. It's definitely much more of a T-rated game, though.
Forgive me for not meeting you properly until now.
Oh, aren't you Regal? Hello!
Guest from the Black Shores, laureate of the Carnival, savior and friend of the Montellis. Your presence is an honor. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Capello Montelli, Carlotta's uncle, son of the Padrino, and the next head of the family.
Given Capello's stature, a private meeting at this hour. Is it really just about gratitude?
Yeah, it seems a little sus. I hope this is as simple as it seems.
Of course. Just as stated in the invitation, I'm a man of my word.
But
Without you, the traitors wouldn't have been captured, and I freed from their hands. While Carlotta has expressed our family's gratitude, I feel obliged to do it in person.
Okay. It is as simple as it seems.
But unfortunately, the traitors had little to offer, and the one behind them is still in the shadows. Unnerving, isn't it?
Of course there's a but. I heard it's someone high up in the family.
That does narrow down the possibilities. Things aren't as bright for the Montellis as they may seem. The Order, Thessalias, and the Fraxidas, any attempt to break the status quo puts us at risk.
Hmm.
The traitors we captured were a warning, but also a reminder to survive. I must seek alliances beyond the family.
Hence why you're coming to me.
Especially with you, just as Carlotta did.
Thought I was already an ally to the entire family.
Now that you mention it, let me be clear. Carlotta is dear to me, and nothing will change that. But she's from the lesser branch of the family. Tradition says I, the rightful heir, should manage dealings with the Black Shores, not her.
I don't like that statement. Lesser branch.
Restoring order and benefiting the family as I intended. That's what I meant in the letter by amending a slight misstep.
I like her a lot more.
The leader of the Black Shores must have sent you here with a purpose. Tell me, and I will offer you support far beyond what Carlotta could provide.
Support with a high price, I suppose.
The choice is yours, of course. But as the family heir, I will not see my authority undermined, even by those I consider allies. So if you can't stand by my side, I prefer you stay out of the Montelli's affairs. Otherwise, believe me, you won't want to find yourself at odds with us, no matter how strong you are.
Is that a threat?
You're welcome to remain an observer from the sidelines, but once you join the table, you play by the rules. My rules.
Huh.
Well said. But the rules are not set in stone, are they?
My queen!
What matter of intrigue brought you and Rover together at this hour, Uncle? A table? Are we speaking of a splendid card game, then?
Your timing is most unfortunate. Our little chat just finished.
Pity. I didn't think you'd pull him aside for a private word, especially after all Rover and I have been through together.
Yeah, quite suspicious.
But since you've finished, would you excuse us now?
Carlotta, you stay. I have more to discuss with you.
Meet me at the rendezvous. Beware the ice.
A gun is a powerful tool, but only in the hands of the worthy.
I understand, Uncle. I've never forgotten where my privileges come from, nor will I covet what's not mine. The Black Shores, the Carnival. My sole principle is whether they benefit the Montellis. I will execute any command that strengthens the family, and crush any threats to our standing.
Very well. Keep your words in mind.
Uncle, about Bennett, have you heard?
Oh?
That family thief stealing from the vault. Why? Are you suggesting I failed my duties?
Not at all. I just happened to overhear someone talking about it in passing.
She holds the family in too high of regard. I get it.
I'm more entangled in the Montelli family's schemes than I ever realized. When I went after the traitors, no, when I decided to help with the Carnival, the game was already in play.
Okay.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Hmm. Celestial light.
Sounds. Carlotta warned me about eyes, so she probably wants me to avoid unnecessary attention. Not sure why, but staying under the radar is never a bad idea.
That was easy. Just fly, poggers. In the rain of all
Carlotta's not here
things.
yet. Guess I have to wait.
In the rain. Hello. You look like a Montelli. A little bit less refined, too. Hello. Hello? I saw you in her trailer. Whoever was following me seems to have left. Dude. There's something distinctive about his attire and demeanor. I'm gonna have to start reacting to the trailers. Because it seems like they're starting to have story significance.
Might I trouble you for a light, young man?
Oh, I love your voice. Oh. Sorry, I don't have one.
Oh, well. A cigar without smoke. My granddaughter told me Raguna's rain is a bad omen. Can't argue with that now, can I?
Is he here by accident or design? I can sound him out a bit.
You've been looking at this painting for a while. Anything special about it?
Oh. Did it capture your interest as well? Or are you simply passing the time until the rain ends?
Just so happened to see you studying the painting.
It's only the investor's nature in me. I find myself irresistibly drawn to items of unique value.
He's an art investor.
The Montelli family prides themselves on their eclectic taste in art. Any style by any artist can find its home within their quarter. Art knows no boundaries of time, place, or the mind. Here we stand, united by the rain, drawn to the same painting. They say in art, we glimpse pieces of our own soul. What do you make of this piece? Care to share your thoughts?
Small, irregular shapes nest within circles at the edges, melding together form a delicate harmony. The balance, however, seems rapacious of two opposing forces are on the verge of collision. Interesting. The large circle completes itself by absorbing the smaller pieces.
You have keener eyes than I expected. Seeing essence beneath the surface. I share the same view, except that I'm somehow saddened by the part that forsakes its character to achieve balance. Perhaps chosen by the artist for its uniqueness. Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown. Seek change and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
Who? Seek change. You mean this painting? Okay. Is that? Hey!
Glory in Decay. The Impressionist Pazzoli's latest piece. Didn't know you had such refined taste.
I was discussing it with an old gentleman. He left soon after the rain stopped.
I dodged those pesky eyes the whole way here, worried you'd been kept waiting too long. But it seems you've kept yourself entertained. So, the old gentleman was simply hiding from the rain, was he? I see. The Montelli Quarter does attract art enthusiasts. Anyway, I'm glad prying eyes didn't follow. When it rains in Ragusa, surprises are as common as puddles. A delay is only a small splash. Calling you here with little explanation and a word of caution, I can only imagine your confusion.
Montellis enjoy their intrigue, don't they?
The shark in our midst has finally made its move.
Oh?
Recently, several of our partners claim to have found a superior seller and ended their dealings with us. Meanwhile, Bennett, our vault keeper, was reported to have embezzled and sold vault assets. It's said that he tried to flee, but was killed by tacit discords outside the city.
So Bennett betrayed the family.
I'm not so sure.
Oh?
I've worked with Bennett before. He was principled, bold, but not reckless. Not one to easily betray. And the night he died, he sent a photo to my terminal. A blood-stained page of an anthology, marked with 3 phrases. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. When 40 winters siege thy beauty, and the planet turns right, twice and a half.
Okay, but it makes no sense.
The meaning is yet to be revealed, but he is clearly conveying a message. All evidence points to Bennett being the key to uncovering the shark lurking in our waters. The Montelli family is a symbol of liberation for Ragusa. We uphold freedom and equality for all. Our vault is the heart of our family. And if it is corrupted, it threatens not only us, but risks plunging the city back into oppression and isolation. As much as I hate to suspect family members, I cannot rule any of them out. You, however, are different. As an outsider who has aided us in capturing the initial traitors, I hope to not be proven wrong, but I feel that I can trust you.
So you're asking for my help?
My uncle's words were clear. Only those at the table can play the game. To engage with my family, one must have both standing and purpose. So, I offer you a new identity in our upcoming inquiry. Cat's Eye, a provisional member under my patronage.
But I'm not truly a member of the family.
If you wish to join, you must undertake the final assessment and pledge your loyalty to the Montellis.
Why Cat's Eye, though?
When it comes to family matters, we like to use code names, each tied to a unique token. Mine, for example, is Opal. Opal recommended Cat's Eye. It has a ring to it, don't you think? Also, have you looked closely at your own eyes?
Congrats, Meteor!
They share the same.
How you liking Carlotta?
Eye gems. Now, Cat's Eye, will you stand with me to catch the traitor within our family and avert this looming threat?
I want to uncover the true identity of this lurking shark. Yeah. Yeah, she hits like a truck, yeah.
I understand decorum is important to the Montellis, but among friends, can't we be a bit more informal?
What made you say that?
You're always one step ahead. How about we slow down and savor the present?
Ah, you're curious who I am beyond my role. Is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
I just might entertain that thought. But for now, my agents just sent me the address of Bennett's residence. While his body has been found, what he left behind is still out there.
So you can do the co-op stuff. Let's try our luck at his residence.
Let's prove our value to each other.
Also, Meteor, did you see the promo art? Oh, you got lucky. Did you see the
It seems someone has acted faster. Those two.
the drip marketing
Sage and Acorn.
code names?
Yes, we address each other by code names. Handy identifiers in a crowd. I'll keep you updated on the family members' code names we encounter, along with any other details you might need. Seems like they are looking for something as well. It's only natural my uncle wishes to retrieve the lost items, but my presence might raise a few eyebrows.
I'll go have a little chat with them, see what they know.
Yes, you try and loosen their lips. If memory serves, they are senior members, having served under my uncle for years. Regulars at margaritas. Talk business with merchants and wine with drinkers. Engage their interests, and their words will flow like a river. As for the rest...
No. They just drip marketed the 2.1 characters. I'll improvise as needed. Acorn, Sage.
Hey, that's you they're calling.
No, that's both of us. But I don't recognize this person.
Neither do I. Listen up.
Acorn, Sage.
Okay, you got the names right. Must be family. Who are you?
I'm Cat's Eye. New to the family.
Cat's Eye. Doesn't ring a bell. Probably one of those new recruits after the Carnival.
So, what do you need? We are just about to wrap up and grab a bite at margaritas. Still got a lot on our plate today.
Oh, margaritas. Nothing quite like it, huh? And the pizza? Oh, it's a favorite in my circle, too.
Always a solid choice when on the move. Perfect spot for a bit of catching up.
You know, the last time I was there, I heard talk about a thief stealing from the vault. Is that true?
Well, cat's out of the bag now. See that house right there? That's where the thief lived. We came to search for clues.
Did you? Did you recover the stolen goods?
No, not yet. We've looked everywhere, but found nothing.
To be honest, I doubt we'll ever find them. The thief has probably sold everything off by now, and we are short on manpower. That's a needle in a haystack, if you ask me.
Isn't your boss worried?
Well, our boss is the Padrino's son. He has his methods. Our job is to follow orders, not to ask questions. Just do what we're told, and do it well.
That's right. If you spot anything unusual, keep an eye on it. Could be your big break. With a bit more time, I think you'll do just fine.
Should do it.
So they found
That's fair.
nothing, but
The
it
story
seems
is
Uncle
great,
wasn't
though.
concerned. That makes no sense. Everything that happened recently ties back to the vault. If Uncle wished to protect his position, he'd be quick to retrieve the items and resolve the situation.
Maybe he's hiding something.
Curiously, Bennett was last sighted in the vicinity of Liberty Square, where you met Uncle. Last night, I was investigating the area before I happened upon your private meeting.
That explains why you were there.
But when I brought this up with him afterwards, he didn't seem privy to any details. As for my search of Bennett's home, nothing of note turned up, just as the two agents reported.
I heard.
I found no spoils, not even the faintest trace of them being stored or moved. Everything about his living space fits the profile of a typical Junior Vault employee.
Okay.
I also asked around about Bennett after our previous collaboration. He was ambitious, but never greedy. I was even told he refused a bribe offered by a business associate during an operation. The Montelli
What do you
family
think of
is ever
Rinashita
generous
compared
with
to
wealth and
Huanglong?
opportunities,
Sorry,
welcoming all who
Huanglong.
aspire to make their mark in Raguna. Mere profit would never make him betray us.
The family protects its members.
For now, more evidence is required. The
What are
entire
you
matter
looking
might
at,
need to be
old
approached
man?
from a different angle. Shh. Hold still. See that man over there, the one that looks like a grey dove?
It's not subtle. It's not subtle. Oh, the map? Yeah, the Renacita versus or Reguna versus Huanglang. The new region, yeah. Way better? Why do you think so? Also, have you gotten
After him.
flying?
Quick.
Okay, we dash. We run.
Understood. I am here to serve your will.
Flying is fun. I really like the flight. Hello.
Nowhere to run. Now it's time for a proper chat.
Proper chat.
These old creaky bones of mine. Did I offend you? Or are you just chasing down every passing soul? Never thought the Montellis would grow so aggressive.
Just at a glance, you can tell we're Montellis.
No one knows the family's ways better than its members, even though he's no longer one of us.
Wait, what?
Right, old Duncan?
I must admit, you have an annoyingly good memory.
Yeah, I do too.
It's remarkable that someone of your rank would remember a man such as myself.
I also feel like they should rewrite the story in 1.0. I know they've done it a lot, but
I will never forget that stormy night. Nor any of the members who were caught in it.
Sadly, I've no desire to be remembered. To me, Montelli is only a name of the past. There were moments of joy, but they cannot make up for my loss. Now, I only feel tired.
huh. What happened? That's true. Why are you here?
Why go back to what you claim to have left in the past? Unless there's something you can't ignore.
You were standing across from Bennett's doorway, and your clothes are still damp from the rain. You weren't simply passing by, you were watching. What were you looking for? Or, should I ask, what did you hope to find?
I don't know. To grieve for my last friend in the family? To blame him for being so reckless and greedy? Or to figure out how this fool ended up in such a mess? Hoping to find the lost items and settle his debts, so he may rest in peace. I tried to persuade him to leave with me, but failed. In Raguna's game, the Montelli family has only two options. We either play to win, or are forced to leave with nothing. Every Montelli has a chance at their desires. But what's the price? They stake everything they hold dear. Family, love, faith, principles, and even their life. now, his ambition and greed have cost him everything.
Is that why you left the family?
Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty. No great endeavor is without its perils. So yes, if the Montellis are to drive the change and push past current barriers, the path ahead will be anything but easy. The family exists to withstand what an individual cannot, and accomplish what might otherwise be unattainable. But within the family, each Montelli still enjoys the freedom of
Hey,
choice.
Eventide, how you doing?
Your leaving is a testament to this.
Shadowheart.
Is it
Yes,
not?
Shadowheart. Talking
If
about
you will,
family, God's
there
most
is still
interesting
much
girl,
to be done
the
for
most
them.
God's most
His
precious
harmony,
child, and the most
alleged
interesting
stolen
girl in the
goods,
world.
Everything but his body remains missing.
How you doing,
Given
Eventide?
your familiarity, you might help us in locating these items.
Bennett's death may not be as simple as it looks. I'm
In that
okay.
case, you might want to speak to Scarlet.
So far, so
Velvet.
good. Who's this Scarlet Velvet?
The
We
leader
got
of a
our,
network of commoners seeking
Shang
freedom
Liao
in Ragusa.
buffed.
They had close ties with Bennett. If he was really stealing, I'd wager they were complicit. And that said, with their recent fallout with the family, I can't guarantee you'll find them, let alone talk to them.
We have little choice but to try.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's go. We're off to the most reliable source of information in Ragusa.
I love her voice acting. I love her voice acting. Okay, now that I'm a little bit more free, I'm gonna give you a shoutsy outsy, Eventide. I'm gonna shout you out, guys. Eventide is a good. Yeah, she can act. She can act her butt off. An amazing friend of the stream. Just got them into some Wuthering waves.
Oh, kill me. Oh, kill me.
Me whenever I lose my 50-50 and I gotcha. Huh. Okay. Hey, Arik!
This is the place.
How you doing? Welcome to the Shrimstram. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you doing? I don't think the Scarlet Velvet would hide somewhere so public.
She may not be here, but I have my ways of reaching her people.
Oh?
In Ragusa's market, they say fortune seldom favors.
I am
those
in love with
who
this game.
find.
This game's fantastic. But overall, I've been fine.
There's a secret code in the way drinks are mixed. A base of bitter almond and mint, for instance, usually signals danger and death. But some have devised their own more private codes.
So it's not just a drink, it's a conversation.
Yes. This area is essentially a neutral zone in the city.
Have you heard of this game before, Otic?
No restrictions. With the ongoing feud between Scarlet Velvet and the Montellis, finding her will be difficult. But I've heard they have eyes and ears here. So all that remains is to order the right drink, watch the crowd, and let their reactions lead us to Scarlet Velvet's contact.
Okay.
Greetings. What will it be today?
It's so good.
A Scarlet Velvet ribbon, please.
Scarlet Velvet. An uncommon choice. Perhaps the one you seek is waiting just as patiently. May you both find what you've come for.
Hmm.
desires, they swallow me like the roaring waves. Oh, how maddening is your tender love. I'd forsake it all, just to be forever lost in your embrace.
Hello.
But this amber drink, a deadly poison? Or a healing tonic?
Excuse me?
No, leave me be. Don't bother me. The void, the endless void has consumed me. I want no part in anything. Who are you and who am I?
He's drunk.
Salia, the Order, the Commoners. Without these names, what sets us apart? But reality is cruel, and we have no refuge.
Seems like the alcohol's brought out his inner bard.
Let's go. Clearly, he's not the one we're looking for.
And what about this obsessed man?
Kirsch, whiskey, and cherry tomatoes. Does it mean revenge? Blood orange gin. That drink you have there is quite rare. Would you mind telling me what it means?
You will know when you need to.
Ah, a riddle cloaked in mystery. You don't want to share, huh? Oh, sorry. I am just simply enthralled by symbols and codes.
Mm-hmm. What grand schemes occupy your time?
I've been exploring how drinks might encode numerical values through alcohol content or vintage, perhaps. But lately, I'm starting to wonder if the drink itself even matters.
The key to any language lies in the shared rules and agreements between both parties. With that in mind, the same drink or even the same object can be given countless meanings. Much like how my people and I sometimes improvise codes with whatever's available. Sounds like you've been at this code research for quite some time. Mind if I ask you a question?
God, I love her
Do you know
voice.
when the bartender started his shift today?
Is Carlotta suspecting the bartender?
Let me see. I got here quite early, and he was here about the same time. Probably around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
You're quite welcome.
Anything else I can get you? Or is there a problem with the drinks?
No, in fact, we're here for you.
As expected from a Scarlet Velvet informant, you are smart. In a place like this, a bartender is the perfect cover. The least noticed, but with the best view. Mix every drink and pass every code. You might not understand all of them, but nothing of importance ever escapes you. So this Scarlet Velvet ribbon is meant for you. Am I correct, sir?
Well, well. It finds its way back to me at last. A drink of trouble, I'd call it. Contact has been made, and by the rules, a conversation should follow. But Scarlet Velvet has decided there will be no further dealings with the Montellis. The partnership is broken, and whatever bond you had is all but gone. If you do meet up, Lady Carlotta, aren't you afraid things might turn ugly?
There's no need to fight when we can talk.
It's rumored that Scarlet Velvet's decision to end our partnership has something to do with a vault keeper named Bennett.
Surely you don't believe that nonsense.
Then what is the truth? Bennett was recently found dead in the wild. The dead are silent, but you are not. So let's talk.
Wait, Bennett is dead?
So there was a connection after all.
That complicates things, I'm afraid.
Oh?
I'm not sure if trusting Montelli is a wise choice, but in memory of Bennett, if you truly are as noble as he believed, go to Whisperwind Haven after dusk. I will inform Scarlet Elder.
Okay. Whisper Rain Haven. Oh, wrong gadget. Hey, Audic, check this out. Look at that. Flight. Gosh, I love this open world. This open world is fantastic. Okay. Wait. Grapple onto that. Oh, man. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Looks like Genshin with extra steps. What do you mean? So the developers were heavily inspired by Genshin Impact. That's true. But I would say there's a lot of improvements to Genshin Impact. For one, the narrative is much more mature, darker, more serious. Combat is way more refined and potentially difficult, drawing influences from Devil May Cry, Dark Souls, that sort of thing. And the developers are very good at listening. They are very generous. They're very good at listening. They actually care about the game and its communities and the community.
Terminals are divine artifacts from the Sentinel, brought to Rinascita by the first Primus. What you possessed were nothing but privately made replicas, existing solely by the grace of the Primus. How dare you defy our cleansing of such blasphemy?
We never stopped asking the Order for permission to wear the terminals.
Oh yeah, combat is way more refined than Genshin too.
You won't even tell us why. You've controlled the terminal supply, and the family stopped trading with us. These are all we have left. Why should we hand them over?
I can sense your fervent desire for the artifacts and the blessings from the Sentinel. But whether you are worthy of the terminals is for the Order to decide. If you willingly part with your wealth in devotion to the Order's divine cause, the door to forgiveness might still be open. But should you persist in your defiance, we'll have to escort you to the penitentiary for judgment.
Joy? People are quarreling here.
The Order and the commoners. It must be Scarlet Velvet causing the stir. The Order's arrogance is known, but such blatant actions. Is it because we're far from the heart of the city? Let's first address their troubles, and then we'll have a proper talk. Stay calm.
Swift and resolute. The end has come. Hopefully this helps.
My compliment. Take this! Still recognize me? The stage is set.
Wish I could use my resonators.
Ah, the Montelli's second daughter, and this year's laureate. I suggest you tread carefully and avoid crossing the Order and the Sentinel, especially not for the sake of mere commoners. Must I remind you again? Trading reserved terminals is a breach of the discipline.
I didn't see anyone trading terminals here.
We paid good money for these. If you're taking them, you owe us a refund.
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen the error of their ways and reported your dealings. They have sworn to repent for their illicit production and cease all trade with you.
Illicit production traders. Is he talking about the Montellis?
How sad, Miss Carlotta. Such loyalty to your family, only to be left in the dark. No one bothered to inform you, did they?
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere words. The fact that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. Wouldn't you agree? The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right. Scarlet Velvet is always entitled to trade as they please, regardless of their previous partnerships. You preach the doctrine, yet fail to adhere to it yourself. If I were you, I'd be on my way to the penitentiary. Willful transgression is the worst blasphemy one can imagine.
Mark my words. The day Montelli is brought to its knees by the Order and Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinel's mercy.
Uh-huh.
When that day comes, all shall be under the Order's control, and it will not be long in coming.
Ernesto, the bartender, said you needed to see me.
Yes, please, madam. Oh,
You
wait,
may have
she's
sent
Violet?
us, but you heard it.
Or Velvet?
Your family has left us in a mess. Frankly, I don't see the point in having this conversation. But since Ernesto said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Speak quickly.
What if the Order's trying to turn us against each other?
Regardless of the bigger picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop all trade. And it's not just the terminals. No more jewelry, perfume.
That's probably the most low quality NPC I've seen in this game.
And not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly 2 weeks. Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Phasalias?
Montelli has been dealing with this. Montelli has been dealing with its own troubles lately.
There was a slight issue of a traitor in the vault, so our hands were tied.
You sure don't beat around the bush.
A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. Surrendering control and ceasing trade are not in the Montelli's vocabulary.
I got some ramen.
There's always been family first.
How you doing, Falco?
And pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, you won't have a say. The real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid promise from someone in charge. Can you do that? One thing's for sure. I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
Why is it? What? That sounds ominous, Falco.
With our cooperation.
You know what? This is supposed to be your family's business. Why am I saying this to you? Excuse my earlier words. So, Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine the last time we met.
It was a murder, most foul. Some say he got what he deserved for stealing from the vault. And there are rumors that you helped him in the fence. Oh, sorry. And there are rumors that you helped him fence the stolen items. Of course, we think there's more to the story.
Good judgment there. The rumors are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods? Please. Bennett used to handle our shipments for the vault, but everything was above board. Nothing shady, okay? He knew his stuff. Never took advantage of us, never budged on prices either. For him, it was always business first, friendship second. When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even set up a shelter there after it happened a few times. That's all. Come to think of it, he did stay there for a while the last time we saw him. Asked us to stash something too. What was it he said? I hope we don't need to use it.
I mean, I have a movie and D&D set scheduled at the same time. On top of that, I have to make sure I can At the very least, make it from work in an area I'm unfamiliar with. I'm sorry. But it sounds like a fun day. So Bennett left something behind on purpose.
Seems Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead. I wonder if you might show us to the shelter. We'd be most grateful.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
To test our hypothesis and see if there's anything importance. Sorry. To test our hypothesis and see if there's anything of importance hidden.
Watch out.
Doggos!
Swift and resolute. No hesitation. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness. The hour is upon us.
My compliments. Found your weak spot. You will yield. Still recognize me? Glory demands more.
I need to...
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future.
I need to
leaving the
equip
past
her
behind.
stuff. You, and you.
Can you keep up?
More
Leave it
doggos.
to me.
Astral modulation.
Only fun if I don't get bodied.
Strike these shadows. Hopefully this helps.
My compliments. Ramming won't save me. The stage is set. Still recognize me? Ordain.
Okay.
I alone.
I need her
Understood.
weapon back.
I am here to serve your will.
Yeah. Give me my weapon back.